Hello and welcome to the Tracy Show. Traci, not Y. I have something I want to talk about and I want to get right into it because it's serious. And I don't think enough people are talking about it. Not at all. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We all know what's going on in the United States of America. Without me having to say what it actually really is, I don't know what it seems to be to anyone or what it looks like to anyone, but I know what it seems to be to me and what it feels like to me. Now, a few videos back, I did a video on Alligator Alcatraz. So I'm not even thinking that Alligator Alcatraz has been opened for a good 2 weeks now. And it's already having problems. Like in my heart and mind, I knew that it would. Like all the problems we all are about to face. And a few, and they'll come up slowly, and they'll throw things out here and there to try to take us, take our attention away to what's really happening in the United States. And it's sad. It's really sad. I'm going to say it again, and I might say it on every video. Because I did a lot of Black history on my channel that I had before this. It was called Lifestyle and Fashion Tea. And as soon as I hit the 4,000 hour mark, and I had over the 1,000 subscribers, I said, Tracy, you're doing a good job. You hit your mark. I said, oh, what? I hit my mark. So I go get ready to see if I can get monetized. And my hand up, I'm not telling you no fibs and no lies. I pulled up the computer and get ready to hit top and it said, subscribe. I said, what the what? What am I subscribing for? So to make a long story short, it looks like I'm a subscriber and I can't upload to it. And I've called YouTube probably over 20 times. I've emailed YouTube probably a good 10 times. I did Google. I thought something may be wrong with my computer or something. I went to Best Buy, Geek. I went to Break It, Fix It. I went to Verizon. I went to Apple. I called Apple. And I still reach out to this day. And I haven't heard a thing. But anywho, I'm not a person that gives up. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to start over from scratch. Ain't this a bunch of crap? Well, I did. And here we are at Tracy 2.0. If you're still with me, hit the like and subscribe button right now. Come on, hit it. It's free. Hit the like and subscribe button for me right now. And if you even know how I can recover it, because I've been trying to recover it, doing the following every direction step by step, and I still am unable to recover it. So if you know maybe something I didn't try, put that in the comments. But let's get back to this Alcatraz. This Alligator Alcatraz. Now, before I show you any clips, and before I say anything, let me say this. If someone is, I don't care if you're over here illegally or if you here legally. If you're wrong, and you need to go to jail and you need to get out. Go back home and do trouble. The same way if an American was over in Paris or something, just like with Chris Brown. They locked him up after he did something, was it a year ago? I don't know, but they locked him up. Okay, well, that's the way it should be here. I agree with that. I do. And I don't disagree if you're someone that's here that's not supposed to be here. If you're here and you're acting a fool, go to jail, lock you up. Yes. And I have a lot of other thoughts of things that should be done to people that's messing with MINORS. Cut it off. Cut it. I bet you won't do it no more. I bet you won't do it no more. Guess why? Because you won't be able to do it no more. Now I'm going to get back to the Alligator Alcatraz again, because what I heard today was a little, it's far more concerning. Because, you know, Trump will trick us. It was supposed to be for violent criminals. But people are over there that even have their citizenship and they're not violent criminals. Then I heard that families, children, and women would go over there. Of course, they would not be in the same area as the detainees or the criminals, whatever you want to call them. They would be in a separate place. But the fact is, they would be there. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And then I've heard some things about some flooding. Now that flooding stuff, it really wasn't true. It was just they're worried about the flooding because it's already water is seeping through. I don't know if when it rains, or I don't know if it's from where they are, the swamp land. I guess it would seep through, and they're gonna have to figure that out. But I'm gonna let y'all listen, and then I'm gonna come back, and you tell me your opinions. All right? Let's take a listen.
And now at 10 tonight, concerns over conditions at Alligator Alcatraz. And tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from detainees actually inside the immigration detention facility, deep in the Florida Everglades. Good evening, I'm Jim Barry. A popular Cuban reggaeton artist is among several people describing the conditions there as inhumane. CBC's Miami's Anna McAllister joins us live from the jail in West Miami-Dade, where the artist was first held before being transferred. So Anna, what is being said tonight?
Jim, this musician and the other detainees tell us that they're being treated like animals. They say they haven't bathed in days, and one man says the food that they were served was infested with maggots.
You're charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapon and battery.
Last week, Cuban reggaeton artist Niamzi Izquierdo, known as La Figura, faced a judge following an aggravated assault that happened in Miami-Dade. According to La Figura's girlfriend, she received a call from him this morning from Alligator Alcatraz.
I am Leamsi La Figura. We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath.
La Figura goes on to talk about what he says are the horrific living conditions inside the facility.
They only brought a meal once a day and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants.
During the call, La Figura passes the phone to other detainees who describe their experience.
They're not respecting our human rights. We're human beings. We're not dogs. We're like rats in an experiment. I don't know their motive for doing this. If it's a form of torture, a lot of us have our residency documents and we don't understand why we're here.
Another man who says he's Colombian explains that he needs medication and that he hasn't had access to it in days.
I'm on the edge of losing my mind. I've gone 3 days without taking my medicine. It's impossible to sleep with this white light that's on all day.
The man goes on to say what little faith he's been holding on to has diminished since being detained at Alligator Alcatraz.
They took the Bible I had and they said, here there is no right to religion. And my Bible is the one thing that keeps my faith. And now I'm losing my faith.
And La Figura's girlfriend tells us that they share a 4-year-old child together. And we did reach out to the Florida Division of Emergency Management about these allegations, and we are still waiting to hear back. But for now, reporting live from TGK, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
Well, this evening, questions over the operation at the site dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. There are already concerns about flooding following 2 days of consistent rain.
NBC's.
Well, this evening, questions over the operation at the site dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. There are already concerns about flooding following 2 days of consistent rain.
NBC6 politics reporter Hansel Vela has been at the site and joins us from the Everglades with the latest.
Transportation workers digging holes across the main entrance. They say a sign is going up calling this detention facility Alligator Alcatraz. During and since the president's visit, as expected in summer months, those afternoon thunderstorms easily create flooding, and in swampy areas like this one, plenty of mud. Already reports of flooding inside the facility, despite what the head of Florida's emergency management said yesterday.
It is a fully aluminum frame structure rated for winds of 110 miles an hour or a high-end Category 2.
Today, a spokesperson for the Florida's emergency management told us vendors went back and tightened any seams at the base of the structures that allowed water intrusion during the heavy storm, which they say was minimal. The state says the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport will have the capacity to house 3,000 people. It'll be staffed by about 1,000 folks, and while the state hasn't said who will be staffing it, we did get a hint at Tuesday's roundtable.
200 men and women, soldiers and airmen underneath Major General John Haas's command.
Last week, a spokesperson for the Florida National Guard told NBC6 they would have soldiers at the facility starting July 1st, who would be helping with site security and would be here as long as necessary.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Impact from this, of course, on the surrounding wetlands, still a concern for many.
The partnership with the state has been great.
Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons tells us the goal is to keep detainees here no longer than 2 weeks, where they can appear before a judge and be deported from the camp's existing runway.
Is the administration still going after the worst of the worst?
We are.
But according to data reviewed by NBC News, almost half of those currently in ICE custody have neither been convicted nor charged with a crime. Back at the entrance of the facility, constant activity. You even see local food trucks going inside. And something interesting to note here, some businesses choose to block out their name and Department of Transportation number. We have asked state officials when we should expect detainees to arrive at the facility. They referred us to immigration officials. Those officials have not answered our questions. Reporting from the Dade Collier facility, I'm Hatsavella, NBC 6 News.
6 millions of mosquitoes are raising questions at Alligator Alcatraz. The immigrant detention center opened this week by the governor is in the middle of the Everglades, and epidemiologists are warning that it could become a breeding ground for nasty diseases that could impact both detainees and state workers. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports.
State lawmaker Anna Eskamani didn't learn much about what was happening inside Alligator Alcatraz on Thursday because a group of lawmakers was blocked by officials over safety concerns.
You can call him and email him now. I will give you his number. I'm just relaying the message.
But something outside did stick out.
The second you open up your car is infested with mosquitoes.
Despite wearing a mosquito net, she says she was bitten dozens of times and wonders what that will mean for detainees who are being held in tents, but who will have to walk outside to bathrooms or shower facilities, the rec yard, or other parts of the complex. She's especially concerned that a recent storm showed the tents were compromised by water.
For those who are working that environment and living that environment, it is not built for human engagement, especially not for long periods of time.
Yale epidemiologist Durland Fish studies mosquitoes in the Everglades.
It's mosquito heaven.
There are 7 mosquito-borne viruses that circulate there, including West Nile, encephalitis.
Now, I'm not sure why that video cut off right there. I don't know if I cut it off by myself, but don't worry because I got your back. Those 7 diseases, let's continue. In the Florida Everglades, 7 vertebrate arboviruses transmitted by mosquitoes are known to circulate. Everglades virus, tensor virus, shark river virus, gumbo limbo virus, mahogany hammock virus, keystone virus, and St. Louis encephalitis virus. These viruses are endemic to the region, meaning they are regularly found there. It's mosquito heaven, like you just heard him say. 7 mosquito bone viruses, like I just gave you. It also includes the West Nile encephalitis Everglades virus. Now, if these diseases hit non-native people who don't have antibodies built up, Fish said they can cause neurological conditions. Let's keep going because this is very serious. We're talking very serious. Here's the reason why. These diseases are untreatable and there's no vaccine for them, he said. Let me say that again. They are untreatable and no vaccine for them. So are we going back to COVID? What is going on? The concern comes as Democrats and advocacy groups demand transparency around Alligator Alcatraz. Are we going back to the same thing where they are bringing diseases over here and there's no vaccine? Then you want to cut off Medicare, Medicaid, hospitals want to close, and you're talking about millions of people dying? This is crazy. Crazy. And it's sick. These viruses can cause a range of illnesses in humans, from mild flu-like symptoms to more severe neurological conditions, and in some cases, even death. The severity of the illness can depend on factors like the individual's immune system and whether they have been previously exposed to the virus. I see COVID all over again. And I see COVID on 100, 200. This is COVID advanced. Let's put it up to 500. COVID hit. Trump said, take bleach. Now what he going to say?
It is owed to Floridians to know. And it's not just owed to Floridians to know. It's owed to everyone in the United States to know exactly what is happening right there in the heart of South Florida, said Tessa Pettit, Executive Director of the Florida Immigrant Coalition. Tessa, I agree with you, but it is the right for everyone to know what in the world is going on over there.
Please let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share this video. Please keep this video in the algorithm. This is important. This is not a game. It's very important. Again, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And until the next video, stay safe.